Hello there, it's Michael Kies. I'm author of the Make More Sales series of seminars and also author of the book Unreasonable, The Power of Expectations. And I hope you've got some pretty grand expectations for this wonderful world of real estate. And today I'm excited because I want to share with you another tool that I've used to demonstrate my negotiation skills throughout my successful real estate career. And this tool alone has literally helped me list hundreds and hundreds of properties. And it's a tool that I use when I talk to sellers, and you can use it in talking to sellers as well. And there's a free copy of this article for you today. All you've got to do is log in and you can get a free copy of this article. But basically, it's all about how a poor negotiator got $13,000 less for a seller than what they could have got through using a good negotiator. And I'd like to share with you this example. And it starts like this. I went out and appraised a house, and I appraised it from $290,000 to $310,000. And my fee was $12,000. Another agent goes out and appraises it from $290,000 to $310,000 and says they will do it for a flat fee of $5,000. Just flat fee, $5,000. So on the surface, it sounds like a good idea for these sellers to go on at $310,000 with a flat fee for $5,000. So they do that. Now the house is sold for $290,000. Now $290,000 minus $5,000 is $285,000. Now the reason I know this house was sold for $290,000 was because the people who bought it were clients of ours, and they came into the office and they were negotiating a settlement date, and they were laughing and joking how they got this house for $290,000. And they said they were so happy, and when asked why they were so happy, they said because they were prepared to pay $310,000. And then they were asked, if you were prepared to pay $310,000, how come you got it for $290,000? They said they asked two questions. And the two questions were, why are they selling? And what are they going to take? In answer to the question, why are they selling? The agent replied, they're desperate to sell, they're divorcing, and they've got to go. And then what are they going to take? The agent said, I reckon they'll take $290,000. So they offered $290,000. They said, we're prepared to pay $310,000, but we offered $290,000. And the agent came back and shook our hands and said, congratulations, you've got the house for $290,000. Didn't even ask them to come up 1 cent. Not 1 red cent did he ask them to come up. Now, if those sellers had been listed with me, and these buyers had come in and they'd asked those two questions, what are they going to take and why are they selling? I would have said they're relocating, and the only figure I'm authorised to quote is $310,000. And they would have said, yeah, come on, smarty, look, everything's negotiable, what's their bottom line? And I would have said, look, I don't know everything's negotiable, the only price I can quote you is $310,000. What sort of figure did you have in mind? And they were reasonable people, so I reckon they would have started off at 300 plus. So, and whatever figure they gave me, I would have said, if the owners can afford to accept that, will you buy this house? And they would have said yes, and so we would have had an offer. And then if they were telling me the truth and they would have paid $310,000, I can guarantee you I would have got $310,000. So $310,000 minus $12,000 leaves what? $298,000. $298,000 minus $285,000 leaves what? $13,000. So the owners would have been $13,000 better off. Even though my fees were over double what the other agent charged, they would have been $13,000 better off in their pocket. You see, what a difference a great negotiator makes. Do you want to get the very best price for your property? Then you must select the best negotiator to represent you. And the saying goes that good things are never cheap and cheap things are never good. Therefore, if an agent can't negotiate a good fee for themselves, how on earth are they going to get you the very, very best price for your house? And remember, you can only sell your house once. So make sure you get the best negotiator and therefore the very best price for your house. Getting the best negotiator is more important than getting the cheapest fees. Cheap fees means a cheap price for your property. This is Michael Kies saying goodbye